Hi there. So this is a video not actually in the studio, but rather in the Klein Gallery itself, where we're coming to the end of the setting up stage of all of the paintings, and I'm in the furthest room to the right of the building, a rather worn green-walled room, which lends itself well to the paintings in here, as it happens. Now, I've already made two videos about the very large paintings in here, so Dream Home, which we can see at the moment, and also A Brave New World, which is there. So the QR codes will be next to those, and if you'd like to listen to me rambling on about them, you're very welcome to do so. But I thought I'd say something actually about this room and the setup here, and how interesting it is for me as an artist to see things that I normally see or do outside of the studio, because it allows me to get some distance from what I'm doing, but also to see things working cooperatively, as it were, and to see the connections that are going on between them. And this wall that I'm looking at here, and the other wall over there, all of the paintings are related in some way or another. So that there's a series called Suburban Visions, and there are, I think, 5 or 6 of these paintings on the wall. And then there are other paintings to do purely with landscape. There are other paintings that relate to fashion, which is an ongoing interest of mine. In fact, it has been ever since I was about 13 or 14 years old. It was sparked by a friend's mother who had been a model in the late 50s, early 60s, and she used to still wear very, very fashion conscious clothing. And I learned some of the great French, particularly, and Italian names of fashion at the age of 13 or 14, which was, I think, probably a rather unusual interest. Anyway, and the other thing that we can see, of course, are people in spaces that are either mysterious or outside, inside, and so on and so forth. And the paintings with animals, in particularly dogs, relates to the fact that my mum is a great lover of dogs, and we've had them in the family all our lives, from mongrels to Afghan hounds, borzois, Rhodesian Ridgebacks, you name it. And she has a Hungarian Vizsla to this day, which is much, much loved. And there are other memories from places that I've been. So a small scene from New York down here, for example. And they're based on memories. They're not maybe recognizable as such, because I changed the positioning of things and changed the colors around. And then there are other scenes that are like that small painting up there, which relate to the Butlins holiday camp. And the other thing that I'm interested here in seeing is how I'm using paint as such. And there are two noticeable things to my eye, at any rate. One is where the image is becoming almost erased away in a deluge of paint. The image almost becomes secondary to the paint surface, if you like. And the second thing that I can see are images which are using very graphic, flat areas of, let's say, unreal colour, for want of a better word. I hadn't made this connection until I saw it in relation to the two big paintings here, because this obviously is using animals, figures, houses and homes, and broad, flat, abstracted areas of colour, obviously sharp differences in night and day and so on. And then the other big painting here, which is also got an animal in the hummingbird native to California there, but also the areas here of erased imagery, as if it's appearing through a veil or if it's very pushed back, and again the deluge of paint. So those two things are very much present in this room, I think. And the other very interesting aspect of this for me is that I'm beginning to get the first ideas for what I may, what I hope to do for a next exhibition, which would be all paintings based around the home, whether inside or outside it, interactions with people and so on, but also still lives, objects, whether it's a chandelier, a door, a chair, or scenes within the living room, bedrooms, etc. Places that we are born, live in, give birth in and die. And I just think that that's a very, very rich area to explore. I very much hope you've enjoyed the show. If I didn't get to speak to you personally, then I hope that some of these videos have allowed you to have a bit of an insight into how I look at what I do. But of course, I'd love to hear your feedback. It's what this is all about, communication. So thanks very much for coming. Thanks for listening to me rabbiting on. And I hope you had a great, great time. Bye.